My name is Miriam Grottanelli, and I'm the director of the Siena School. And the people who worked with me on the exhibition part of our Deaf Museum project were Pia, the interpreter, Filippo and Nicola, the performers, Gabriele, the video maker, Irene, the photographer, and then three girls, Silvia, Veronica, and Clio, who helped us with the administration. So quite a lot of people, really. The name of the exhibition was Il segno della memoria, which basically means the mark of memory. People arrived at a location called Pendola Institute, which is the former residential school for the deaf in Siena. And there we first gave them an overview of the whole project. And then they were led by the performers through the spaces of the Institute to enjoy the various parts of the performance. The story of and the history of residential schools for the deaf has mostly been told by hearing people. We wanted to make sure that for this event and for this video documentary, we would highlight only the deaf perspective. It could only be in this location because the Pendola Institute is indeed the former residential school for the deaf of Siena. We chose to create a performance because this allowed us to create two results at the end. One was the one-time event at a specific time and in a specific location. And secondly, a video documentary accompanied by a very professional commentary that we hope will reach many, many people in the very long term, absolutely everywhere. The documentary can be seen by accessing the project site, which is deafmuseums.eu, or by accessing our institute's website, sienaschool.com. The audience at the event was made up of both deaf and hearing people, and I can truly say that both enjoyed the performance enormously for different reasons and with different responses. Some had very emotional responses to it, some were intrigued, challenged by the language, but everybody said that it was fascinating and incredibly instructive and interesting. We had positioned deaf and hearing people that could help the audience in strategic places within the Institute. And the performance led the audience into spaces that were all big enough to accommodate everybody in a semicircle so that everybody could watch them properly and enjoy the performance. The performance was such a success that indeed we are planning to have more of the same, though this particular one I doubt will be repeated because it was so site-specific. But certainly we would be interested in asking more deaf artists to create more artwork based in the memory of the deaf community. And the artwork could be a performance, it could be a piece of poetry, it could be something visual. The most important lesson that we learned during the process was something that we probably already knew, and that is that art really is a very, very powerful and rich tool that can cross any kind of boundary, whether the boundary is a cultural one, a language one, an age one. Art is the real means to accessing everybody. In terms of the advice that I can give to people that want to engage in something like this, I would say plan ahead, and plan more ahead than ahead, because you will need a lot of time. Make sure that you have a very efficient team of people where everyone knows what their task and their responsibility is, with constant communication that never takes anything for granted and is transparent. And make a very, very detailed budget, because however detailed it will be, you will find that you will end up not having thought of something that will emerge at the last minute. Thank you, and good luck.